Hi, boys and girls. So in reading, last week we were really focusing on how to analyze a story, and you guys really did great with that. That was awesome. But all the stories we were really focusing on with analyzing were fiction stories for the most part. So now we are going to look a lot at nonfiction and how it can be structured or built, because that is one way we can analyze nonfiction, is we can look at how the author built it or made it. So the one we looked at yesterday was descriptive. And so I put a little person here kind of talking, blah, blah, blah. Because if you're describing something, you're probably talking a lot about it, right? You're describing what it looks like, how big it is, telling any and everything you possibly can about something. And that was the book that I gave you yesterday. It was very, very descriptive. It was all about the brain, telling you so much about the brain. Very, very descriptive, lots of information. So that's one way an author can build a nonfiction book to teach you, is they can just describe something. Well, another cool way that they can build them is a question and answer book. So I have a couple of different examples of question and answer books. Some of them they answer, or they ask one question at the beginning and they don't give you the answer till the very end. And another one, they keep asking questions and answering them over and over again. So let's start with the one question. This book is called What Am I? So we can tell it's going to be a question answer book because it starts right away with a question in the title. So it says, my ears are large, I've got big feet, I use my trunk to drink and eat. My skin is wrinkly, tough and gray. I take a muddy bath each day. What am I? So they're giving you a question, but it's kind of a riddle, isn't it? So they also rhymed. So we can analyze the text that way and notice that this is a rhyming nonfiction book where it's asking a question and giving us a riddle. So then it gives us more clues. Here is my trunk. I use my trunk to pull leaves and twigs from the trees, and then I put them in my mouth. I eat nearly all day long. Okay, this is interesting because it's kind of descriptive inside the question answer, because they're telling us about the trunk and then they're describing it, aren't they? And then here they're telling us another thing, my tusks, and they're describing it. So this one's a little combination. An ear, and they're describing it. A tail, and they're describing it. Skin, and they're describing it. A foot, and they're describing it. But then once we get to the end, they say, whoops, I am an elephant. So they answer the question close to the end, okay? And then it gives us a few more facts. So this one can be descriptive, but it's also a little bit question answer because it asks one question at the beginning and then it goes to the very end to get the answer. This one is more question answer, and it sounds like it's just like a funny, maybe kid book, but it's still teaching us. So this is an interesting type of book also. Do horses bark? There's a question. Okay, so here's your answer. No, dogs do. Woof, woof. So it's teaching us. No, a dog barks. So it's a very simple book. It would be maybe for a really young child. Do little mice purr? It's asking us a question. Here's the answer. No, cats purr. Purr, purr, purr. Giving us an answer. Do baby lambs go buzz? No, bees go buzz. Buzz, buzz. Do camels cheep? No, chicks cheep. Do you see? Question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. It goes back and forth throughout the whole book. Do butterflies growl? No, but tigers do. There's the answer. Question. Do rabbits go oink? No, pigs go oink. Oink, oink. Do owls go hoot in the middle of the night? Oh, this one's tricking you. Yes, they do. Hoot, hoot. So that one's kind of funny because every question that they asked, the answer was no, and then they told you the correct answer. And then the last one, they asked a question, and yes, they were right. So those are two different types of question answer books. Okay, so I'm going to give you a book. I'm going to have to look real hard on Epic and see if I can find one, or maybe I might have to go to YouTube. Listen to the book that I send you and tell me the questions they're asking and the answers they're giving you. If they're asking lots of questions, just give me one and then give me the answer. Okay? Just so we're starting to notice how authors can build nonfiction.